Just a moment or two away from the opening kickoff in this one, with the Hermon Hawks in town here in Brewer to take on the Brewer Witches. Jim Churchill along with Kevin Hamill and our crew of Jay Baines and Nathaniel Bailey. Thanks for joining us here on Ticket TV. While we have a moment, why don't we take a look at our upcoming broadcast schedule. We have a couple more dates on the fall schedule. One of them is Halloween, coming up on Saturday. We're going to be at the Brewer Community School Complex, and an 11 a.m. start for the boys, and the girls will be playing at 1 o'clock approximately there on Saturday. And then on Monday, it is Bangor here at Doyle Field to take on the Witches. The girls start things at 4 o'clock, the boys right after that. We were talking about the win for Brewer last night and come from behind fashion against Ellsworth. Drew Hodgins, Pablo Garcia, Colby Smith, and Gavin Carr with the goals for the Witches in that come from behind win, and it was very impressive. Ellsworth again scoring the first 2 goals of the game in the first quarter of the contest, and then the Witches got a late goal, had some momentum heading into the break, Kevin.
They did. It was nice to see them continue to press in the offensive third. It's easy to get your head down and get a little frustrated when you don't get one across the byline, but they kept pushing and pushing, and they did finally get one to break the seal, and 4 unanswered goals later, and that was the final result, 4-2.
We're going to have the opening kickoff here in just a second. Want to remind you, our broadcast here tonight brought to you in part by Brewer Federal Credit Union. We're here for all life's moments. All right, and there it is. We are underway. Under the lights, chilly temperatures, Kevin, now. I was driving at 3 o'clock. I looked down at the temperature in my car. It was 38 degrees.
And it's actually warmed up, I think.
A little too early for that.
39 now, balmy.
Well, I know it's warmed up for me because I've got this monster heater underneath my feet, although half of it is now gone out, but we'll fix that.
Oh, I turned it down. I thought we'd...
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, we
saving
save
fuel?
It for later. Right?
All right.
Save it for later when we really need it. Both teams kind of feeling each other out right now.
Hermon in the white uniforms, the Brewer Witches in the black uniforms.
There's the ball over the top. Oh, he's offside. That was senior Gavin Carr just a bit past the last defender.
Hermon's uniforms trimmed in royal blue and gold, which is trimmed in white. Hermon picks it up near midfield.
That's Alexander Carroll in the midfield. Sometimes you can tell right away just by watching the way a player touches the ball. He seems to be a focus, especially in the midfield part of the game.
And there's Gavin Carr for Brewer trying to chase that one down. Can't get to it. Carr is in the middle of a lot of action for the Witches. Can be an instigator, and I say that in a good way.
They can't see your smirk right now.
I'm not smirking.
No, in a jolly way.
I just let me have my own words, Kevin. Could have just breezed right by that.
I could have just left it alone, couldn't I?
You could have.
Yeah.
But you didn't.
That's not very entertaining. No. Ooh. Ball across the middle, just a little bit high on the net.
Up and over, so we remain scoreless.
Brewer did a really good job last night of controlling the balls out of the air. If they can continue to do that, at least Social Carr did a great job of riding his defender off the ball. And watch with his right foot, just quick toe poke, boom, right there.
Goalkeeper couldn't quite get to it, and Carr with a nice touch, and Brewer does indeed pick up right where they left off last night against Ellsworth.
There's only a few times really you want a soccer player to use their toe, and that's definitely one of them. You want something quick and accurate. Well, relatively accurate. That was a great finish.
Didn't need much on it. The goal was empty.
That's a tough play. One-on-one with a goalkeeper. They don't win those very often. Senior Kyle Goodrich is going to take the set piece here from about 35 yards out. Ooh, and a quick flick in the box and just goes wide of the net to the right, and Hermon will have a goal kick. That was the equivalent of trying to dump a puck in front of the net and a little redirect with a stick. Same idea, just with feet.
If you're looking for great food and views, try the Sea Dog on the waterfront in downtown Bangor. They're open for dine-in, curbside pickup, or delivery. The Sea Dog, 26 Front Street in Bangor. Oh, here's Carr again, getting a nice...
Well, that's a beautiful touch over the defender's head. Oh, look, he got ridden off the ball just in the area, but is there going to be a call? Yep, there is going to be a call. That's going to stop the clock and award Brewer with a penalty kick.
Here's a good look at it right here.
Watch this touch right here. Boom, right over the defender's head. Beautiful touch. Controls with the knee, and then he gets ridden off the ball right about there.
Boom.
Not a lot of question about that call.
Well, I guess the good part of that, you didn't get stepped on. And he's going to get a shot here to give the Witches a 2-0 advantage, and he will. So Gavin Carr with the penalty kick. He comes through at the 34-37 mark. So in a span of a minute and a half, a couple of goals here for Gavin Carr, and it's a 2-0 Brewer advantage.
Well, that's a quick way to respond right there. Sometimes you can let one by. Really, well, he buried that. Sometimes it's easy to let go, take your foot off the gas after the first goal, but applying that pressure was really crucial for Brewer right there. And let's see how Hermon responds.
Yeah, Witches look pretty sharp here early. It is still very early, obviously, just about 6 minutes into this one.
They're having early success when they're changing fields as opposed to trying to drive it forward, although the last ball came through the middle. When they're using the whole width of the field, they're having a few more opportunities there.
I don't know. Hermon trying to make something happen.
Good heads-up play by the goalkeeper to come out and stop that attack. And there's a change. This is a 1-on-4.
Oh, Carr almost had it going again.
Tried to step over and just lost control a little bit.
Andrew Hodgins, who had one of the goals last night for the Witches.
Oh, that's a really, really good idea to put the ball down the flat. Just didn't read it ahead of time. Still going to throw in, though. Oh, that was a beautiful play. What a turn. He's in the box, out to the 12.
Nobody there except the Hawk player.
Yeah, very good defense there.
Witches playing a fierce bird for the second night in a row. First the Eagles. Now the Hawks.
Brewer do a nice job of controlling the tempo in the back of their defense.
Throw in here for Brewer. Take a look at the rosters for the respective teams here in just a second.
Hermon mounting some pressure here. They're going to take a shot from pretty far out, and that's going to go wide and high.
Worth an attempt. Let's take a look at the Hawks roster. As we see, their head coach is Sean Good. As we mentioned earlier, Xavier Jelks, just a sophomore in goal. It's your 2020 Hermon Hawks boys soccer team.
But we've got quite a few sophomores on the side.
Looking for a little time of possession here out of the Hawks. Brewers had most of it to this point.
Yeah, they're starting to find a little bit of rhythm here. Nice play by the Brewer defender to stop that attack. And that's
oh, here we go.
Oh, he was off. Boy,
yeah.
That was close. Yeah.
Offside.
That's the duty of the offensive player, to understand what that last defender is before you receive the ball. But boy, it was close.
So I got to tell you, I don't care if it's hockey or soccer. Get rid of the offside. Let's open things up here.
You know what?
Let's let it rip.
I'm a soccer guy, and I actually agree with you.
I mean, that would have been a great one-on-one situation there. Maybe.
You want to open the field up and really. Oh, there we go. There's a beautiful touch.
Oh.
That was a trip with a chance. Sometimes that could be a little verbal warning to that player, but playing with the. Yeah, no, that was shoulder, just incidental contact. That was good. That was a good challenge. Ball served in the middle. The goalkeeper let it slip through his fingers, but boy, he just recovered that quickly. Xavier Jelks lost possession for just a second, but did recover to keep possession of it.
Jason Gilpatrick now. His nickname gets my attention. I don't know where it comes from, but
what is it?
Jason Jed Gilpatrick.
Jed?
I'm a huge Jed Clampett fan.
I was say it's the Clampett thing.
That's right. I'm
half
sure that's not why he's called Jed.
Did we just lose half of the
he's
audience
got my
with that
attention.
reference?
No, there's a lot of people out there who know Jed Clampett.
Oh, another offside. Yeah, Gavin Carr just finding himself on the wrong end of that defender.
About 10 minutes into this first half, Brewer with the 2 goals. Gavin Carr with both of them, one on a penalty.
Ooh, that was a good look to put that ball in the middle. I'd like to see him carry that one a little further in, though. Hermon with a nice little counterattack. Oh, the ball got tripped up on his heel. Gavin Coombs working down there on the right side for Hermon. Ball just going out of bounds. Going to be a Hermon ball. And we have a substitute for Brewer.
Off Cody Doak.
Yeah, it looks like Pablo Garcia coming in. I can't see the number, but that looks like him.
Number 6 for Pablo, yep.
There it is.
All right, our broadcast here tonight brought to you by Twin City Tire. Twin City Tire is your #1 locally owned snow tire dealer, located at 609 Wilson Street in Brewer. And you saw their location at 30 Sparks Avenue. That is Twin City Tire Express. Thanks to all of our sponsors here for high school sports in the fall of 2020. So we squeeze some games in here in the month of October, and one will leak into November.
Starting to see a pattern here with Brewer. They're getting the ball to midfield and looking for that long ball over the top with Gavin Carr. It's already produced a goal. If they're going to stick with it, I'd like to see him keep himself on side a little bit better. Nice ball across the middle.
Legends drove it towards Jelks, who scooped that one up. Goodrich battling Coombs right there.
Saunders knocks it out of bounds.
All right, let's take a look at the Brewer High School Witches roster here.
Oh, it's nice Meg right there, number 3.
Well, in just a second.
Well, that's a heady play right there by the sophomore Hodgins.
Well, Witches continuing to keep the pressure on.
They sure are.
Across the touchline, we'll take a look at that Brewer roster. It features 8 seniors. Again, in our first soccer broadcast of the season, we had senior night here at Doyle Field. Coach Ben Poland, which is in tight again, and Jelks steps out to haul that one in. High school soccer here on Ticket TV is brought to you in part by Penobscot Cleaning Services, the only name you need to know for all of your professional cleaning and disaster restoration needs. Locations in Brewer and Trenton, 44 years of serving the people of Maine. It's Penobscot Cleaning Incorporated. You can visit them at penobscotcleaning.com.
Well, he's off to the races. He's got some speed to burn. Can he finish it? What a beautiful play by the goalkeeper to come out and stop that. Xavier Jelks.
Yeah, Carr can run as fast or faster than many of the other players on the field, even with the ball.
Yep, it's a good strategy. If he's going to turn and burn, that's you're going to get some opportunities there.
That one driven in by Gilpatrick. Hermon working from left to right as we look down on the field. See, to me, the smart guy out there is Joshua Hoare for Brewer. He's got the leggings on underneath the shorts. That would be me.
Oh, there's a breakaway.
Not that I don't have great legs.
Oh, but another breakaway right there for Gavin Carr. But again, Xavier up to the challenge. After the first 5 minutes, you don't even notice how cold you are anyway.
Yeah.
Till after the game, you hop in the shower and everything stings.
Most people are tougher than I am.
Boy, couldn't quite get a hold of that, and it's going to go over the byline for a goal kick.
Yeah, almost another breakaway right here.
That first touch is so critical. He just rolled it on the bottom of his foot. If he maybe pushed it by the goalkeeper to the right and gone around him. But again, Xavier did a great job of coming out aggressive and stopping that attack.
Yeah, you've got to be pretty precise when you make that decision. There's no, you
Yep.
can't hesitate.
Nope.
You've got to do one or the other, stay back or get after it, and he made the right call right there.
Sure did. I like when Brewer does this, when they change the fields in the back, they change what their point of attack is, so they build it. There's a ball a little aggressive over the top, but
Yeah. Another race, and Jelks this time will kick it into the Hermon bench.
he's busy already.
We will have a break at just about the 20-minute mark, thereabouts.
If you're watching us on the broadcast here, notice the referees have their face covered. Oh, just a minute, we got a breakaway coming in on the right side.
Another one for Brewer, but Hermon able to clear it.
Oh, this is a nice counterattack. It's going to be 1 versus 3. Michael Sneyer working the left side against the defensive Brewer, and he's got all he can handle on that left
Some
side.
reinforcements are coming here.
Yeah, there's a big gap right now between the front runners and the midfield. He had to wait for that. Oh, there's a ball deep. This could be interesting. Oh. Nice back heel for a left-footed cross across the 6 and broken up nicely by Brewer. Oh, they're looking for Gavin again. There he is. What a great ball.
Great ball from Colby Smith. Now Carr in a fight and gets the left-footed shot off, but it's snared there by Jelks.
Oh, that was Great ball across the middle to senior Gavin Carr. He's got another chance here. He's a lot more active tonight than he was last night.
Witches set it up near midfield now. Into the offensive third, right?
Yeah. Rubbing off. A little osmosis, huh?
Like a sponge over here.
Well, right now, when the Brewers receiving the ball, they know where they want to go. They're looking for that striker, but sometimes that striker's not there. So I like to see them pick their head up and maybe pass to a player, not necessarily an area, because they're losing possession if they're not hitting that target.
And a couple players down. One of them is Garcia for Brewer.
Referee's going to say something.
May have had the wind knocked out of him a little bit there as a Hermon player.
That was a good run for Pablo. If you're seeing the officials with masks, yet you're hearing the whistles, they have hand-activated whistles, which I've spoken with a few officials, and they like it.
Yep.
And when and if this thing ever gets over with, I think a lot of them are going to stick with it.
That one driven in. Who's in goal for Brewer here tonight? Haven't been able to pick up that number. I've been waiting for him to turn around. Oh, 00. It is Alexander Hodgins. Saw him in that first game we did way back when against Hamden.
Is that older brother of Andrew?
I believe so.
Have the ball down the right side on the touch line. Brewer starting to build pressure. Pushes by the defender. Great defensive play by Hermon right there.
2-0 Witches. Probably the next stoppage here. We'll have the quarter break. Long shot.
Woo!
Jelks retreats. And
That could have been interesting. So the officials won't stop it for 20, but they'll take the first natural break in play. Is that how that works? Okay.
got Jay Baines here, who's also
I'm getting a nod.
soccer official, nodding in approval.
Nice job for Hermon keeping that ball in play.
Lead here for Coombs. Coombs trying to get around the edge there, but nice defense by Andrew Hodgins.
That was good physical play.
He'll
Sure
come
was.
away with it. Yeah, he's giving up some size, but we saw last night he doesn't shy away from physical play.
No, sure doesn't.
And that will be our break. It's going to come at the 18:11 mark, and it's going to come with the Brewer Witches on top in this one by a score of 2-0. We'll take the timeout. Back with more high school soccer from Doyle Field, historic Doyle Field, on Ticket TV. Back at Doyle Field, action resumes here in the first half. 17:35 up on the clock here, and Brewer Witches enjoying a 2-0 advantage over the visiting Hawks of Hermon High School. Chilly, but actually not a bad night here for high school soccer on, what is this, October 28th?
Almost to Halloween. It's not as doesn't feel as cold as last night, but the temperature says otherwise. Maybe just because there's no wind. Or you know what? It's the powerful heater by the feet. That's what it is.
See, for me, we're less than 5 months to spring. Like that's
you're an optimist.
Yep.
Okay.
I like to look right past the winter. Parts of it anyway. The weather. And don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to
That's a
some
nice
basketball
touch.
here.
Oh, what a beautiful play.
That was Pablo Garcia with the shot there from the right side, up and over off the neighbor's garage.
Hey, Gavin Carr took that ball one time and put it back to him in the flat. I'd like to see him next time maybe take that, turn it toward the middle. Just be a little bit more unpredictable right there. But that was a nice run up.
High school sports here on Ticket TV, brought to you by Gilman Electrical Supply. Visit them at gilmanelectricalsupply.com. Jim Churchill, Kevin Hamill, Jay Baines directing the show tonight. Nathaniel Bailey, he's the toughest of the crew. I'm standing over a big heater here. He's out there running that camera, doing a fine job. And it's a quieter press box than normal. We got the scorekeeper up here.
Well, Nate comes in to warm up his toes.
All right, this thing is a little too hot.
Is it too much? Yeah, I'll turn it down. So
put it behind us. Put it behind us.
Okay.
Let it fire at the back of us.
Okay.
The front, I'm afraid I'm going to catch fire here. All right, Brewer back on the attack, stymied by the Hawks. They're trying to get something going offensively.
When number 9, Michael Sneyer for Hermon's really being kind of keyed on by Brewer there, getting double teamed. And
Alex Hodgins, the keeper for the Witches, has not been tested much here in this first half. Not the case for Mr. Jelks on the left end of the field.
Ooh, it was look like a tripping call. That may be right in the edge of the box. He's calling it Oh, is that what he's calling? Corner? Oh, it must be just outside the box.
Witches lining things up.
Essentially playing this as a corner. Right across the 6. Whew. No one there to capitalize
Collect,
on it.
yeah.
And Brewer does keep possession, but Hermon quickly takes over in the defense. That's a nice shield right there. I like to see the player use his body like
nice
that. Great ball
there. To Matthew Smith, a sophomore. Brewer still in control. Colby Smith. He puts a shot on goal, and that's going to be scooped up there by the goaltender Xavier Jelks. Colby Smith and the guy right there, Brady Saunders. Players on the Brewer basketball team, along with the guy touched it briefly there, Kyle Goodrich. Jelks way outside. And fortunately for him, that ball crossed the touchline, and he can retreat back to his position.
Looks like he kind of came into that challenge a little clumsy. Looked like he was kind of lucky that thing didn't squirt by him.
So we take a look at it right here. By Brewer.
Nice.
Carr had a nice angle there, using the body to create the lane. High school soccer here tonight, brought to you in part by Greenway Equipment Sales. Nothing runs like a deer in Bangor and Ellsworth, and at Greenway Equipment.
In the corner from the right side.
Jelks ends up pretty much up against the chain link fence, which borders Doyle Field.
All right, we're going to check your memory here, Jim.
Oh.
Another famous 99 that wore a green uniform.
99 that wore a green uniform.
Oh.
And goal number 3 for the Brewer Witches. Who was it? Was it Gavin Carr again?
They're all clapping his hands, so it looks like it was. It was
There he goes, high in the air.
Beautiful backheader.
And into the net. So Gavin Carr, a hat trick already. We're not even 29 minutes into this ball game. That goal coming at the 11:51 mark. Well, what can Hermon do, Kevin, to try to slow Carr down here?
Well, that's a tough call. 'Cause right now, Brewer seems to kind of have their way with Hermon. They're really passing circles around him in the back, picking their spots, and there's really no answer for number 12. Yeah, I'm sorry, number 22, Gavin Carr.
Goodrich, a long shot there, wide left. Stay tuned for the halftime show. We'll take a closer look at these two schools, Hermon High School and Brewer High School, and we'll also have the first half highlights.
9 and 18, Michael Snyer and Patrick Verrill for Hermon. They really seem to work with the ball very well at their feet, but they're not really connecting with each other. I think those two can put something together if they can get the ball into some space.
High school soccer from Doyle Field here tonight, brought to you by Northeast Driving School. They are Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Visit their location at 360 Harlow Street in Bangor, and you can also register for courses today at northeastdrivingschool.com. Throw in here by Ellsworth. Brewers controlled the play here in the first half. Goodrich on the move. Off him. Yeah, we've been looking left a lot here tonight. That's the Brewer offensive zone. They've been in it a lot.
It's a kind of a constant pressure right now for Brewer. And that's the space that we're talking about. They just can't get enough breathing room without Brewer kind of collapsing on them and taking possession away. They've had their moments, but they really haven't had a lot of opportunities right now.
It goes into the game is Braden Carr, another Carr. Braden just a freshman. Gilpatrick boots it, but that'll miss to the left of the net.
Another substitution for Hermon. Sophomore Colby Euler going off for, is that number 19?
Yep.
Cooper Jensen.
Colby Smith using the body.
Substitute getting involved already in the action.
Ball driven to the opposite side of the field here, Doyle.
And this type of play that Brewer's doing, it really is going to call into fitness as we get closer, especially in the second half. They're really stretching the field out and making these defenders work. That was a throw-in. Called an offside on a throw-in.
The end of the play right there. The whistle coming. Somebody, Andrew Hodgins, what was he claiming there? Touch or what was
Well, the call was offsides, but it was a throw-in. You're not really supposed to be offsides on a throw-in, so I'm not sure what the if it was a call that I missed. Could have been something else.
Translate for us, Jay.
Yeah, I think there was a touch as it did come in, so that's what initiated the offside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there was a touch?
Yeah, there was a small touch right there.
Okay.
And Ms. Hughes got it.
So your eyes are about 20 years younger than mine.
You know, coaches don't agree with me on most nights, though.
Coaches, players, fans, none of them agree with you,
Well, no
Jay.
fans this year. But
Well, normally.
yeah, you know.
If they're watching on Ticket TV. We'll bring in Jay. Like, who are the? I'm trying to think of the names now. The former officials in the NFL who are.
Gene Steratore?
Yes,
Yeah.
Steratore. He'll be our Gene Steratore.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Oh,
a
there's
great
a
ball.
whoa, high in the air there, Jelks. Nice save. Boy, he's been busy. He's been all over that end of the field.
It sure has.
A little hang time here from Jelks. Herman's just got to get that ball across midfield and try to keep it there for a little bit. Player down.
That was a good call.
Into the game for the Witches. Josh Schneider. Schneider, he's a freshman. Number 25 in black. Braden Carr's got a little break here at the end of this first half, and why not? His team up 3-0. He's already got 3 goals in the game. I'm sure he's not done for the night, but
Another corner kick for Brewer. He never got back to me. 99, green uniform.
oh, that's right.
He had a dance.
Wow, 99? Because I'm thinking Celtics. Are we talking? No.
Football.
Oh, football. 99. Oh, 99 in green. The Eagles? Who were we talking about?
Jets.
Jets.
He's married to Bridget Nielsen. Or
Oh, Mark Gastineau?
There it is.
There we go. I was thinking more near term. We're
Oh,
going way
sorry,
back there with Gastineau. Oh,
We're
and I
talking
killed
near
our
term. You
heater.
forgot Taco Fall.
Oh, that's
Whoa,
right.
that's right.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking Celtics in the
That wasn't
beginning.
what I was thinking, but that's even probably a little more appropriate.
All right, I hit our heater.
Oh, did you knock it out?
Yeah, well, we can make it until halftime.
Pretty warm right now. I say that, and it's, of course, 38
Everything's
degrees.
relative.
Right, relative. And this is what I want to see Brewer when they receive the ball after a lot of offensive pressure, just to hold enough time for the midfielders and offensive players to catch up. It's when you turn and knock that ball into that third when you lose possession because you don't have your players there. That was a good patient run for Brewer. Brewer working the left side of the field and the ball across the middle. That's a good ball right there. There comes quick one touch and a
Hawks.
2 touch. Oof. Just a little bit heavy on the touch there.
I think it's one of those situations where Alex Hodgins would actually like to have a little work. Doesn't have to be too serious, but give me a little, right? Just been a
I think he's okay with. Oh, there's another. Oh, speaking of Hodgins.
yes. Andrew! Oh, wow, what a goal there by Andrew Hodgins, the sophomore.
You talk about big brother and little brother comes through with a beautiful goal. Look at that ball right through the middle. And watch this touch right there. Set him up. That first touch is so critical.
Boom.
Head down, buries it.
Wow. Right on the money. 2:46
Yeah,
left here in the first half.
that's right. Smile, young man. You deserve it. That was a heck of a goal.
And that will make it Brewer 4 and Herman nothing. Tell you what, he's got a pretty good future ahead of him on the
He's relentless.
soccer pitch. All right, Hermon going to work here. Our game tonight brought to you by Dean's Detailing. Give your car a fresh start inside and out. Call 945-3016 or book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. Nothing our score. So for Brewer, that's 8 straight goals against their opponents, 8 unanswered goals.
You're right. 4 last night, 4 tonight. Hermon pressing right now. Changes the field to the left side. They're starting to mount a really credible attack right now.
There you go.
There's the ball in the box and a turn.
Whoa!
Great goal.
Turn and fire. Let's see if we can catch that number at 8.
Number 8. Is that a freshman? I can see the year there.
Alex Rios Mallet.
Alex Rios Mallet.
Yeah, they got a 1 there. So he's either a sophomore, a junior, or a senior. They only put a 1 in that box for class. But a goal there for Mallet. So Hermon gets on the board. They're really a best look to their offense all evening long, and it pays off.
Sure does. That was a very nice finish. Brewer looking to answer right away with another ball down the right side. Ooh, just offsides a little bit. Approaching the 1 minute mark here in the first half. Brewer with a 4-1 lead over the visiting Hawks of Hermon. Second predatory bird in 2 nights.
That's right. Witches taking the Eagles of Ellsworth down last night. Team here tonight, but well, the Witches had a late first half goal last night to get them going. Hermon hoping for the same here tonight, getting the late score here in half number 1. Alex Hodgins. Yeah, maybe you're right, Kevin. Maybe he was more than content to just sit back there and watch his team score and root them on.
Did you just say I was right?
Happens.
I like this job. Somebody tells me I'm right once in a while. Well, there's a collision.
Waning seconds of the first half. And that's going to do it for half number 1. A solid effort for the Brewer Witches as they tally 4 goals. Hermon a late goal. 4-1 our score after the first 40 minutes. We'll step aside here. We'll be back with the halftime report next. This is High School Soccer on Ticket TV.
We want your business.
Need work done in your car, truck, or SUV? Twin City Tire does all kinds of mechanical repair. We're a team of local professionals who know how to get it right first time. We offer loaner cars and free shuttle service. Hang out in our comfortable waiting area where there's free Wi-Fi. At Twin City Tire, we may fix cars and trucks, but our real business is helping people get back on the road. Need work done in your car, truck, or SUV? Come to Twin City Tire. Remember,
We want your business.
Your first car, your first edition, and your first edition. We're here to help with all of life's firsts. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Tim Bush, real estate agent with Next Home Experience, is ready to help you with your real estate needs. Whether it's buying, selling, or investing, Tim is here to make all your real estate goals happen. Tim is also a proud supporter of all local high school sports and would like to wish all the athletes a successful 2020 fall season. Tim will also be donating a portion of every sale to the Brady Nickerson Foundation. Call Tim Bush from Next Home Experience today, 951-0747. That's 951-0747.
See Spot. See Spot Run. Run Spot Run. Oh no, Spot. Oh no, many spots. Time to call Penobscot Cleaning. Our professional cleaners come to you. Our truck-mounted systems are quick and cause little disruption to your home or office. We also clean upholstered furniture and leather. Oriental or fine area rugs are specially cleaned right in our shop. We'll give you the cleanest carpets guaranteed. Visit our website at penobscotcleaning.com. Oh look at that, spotless.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales keeps your John Deere running year-round with convenient mobile maintenance service. We service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard in our specialty equipped truck. With no mess in your John Deere running smoothly. We'll even change attachments for you. Call the Smith Brothers today to schedule expert service right at your door. With 2 trucks now on the road to serve you better.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, Ellsworth and Bangor.
And we are back at historic Doyle Field. Jim Churchill, Kevin Hamill, and our Ticket TV crew on the scene here tonight. Thanks for joining us. And let's get to the first half highlights. A very active first half. Brewer, as we mentioned before, 4 unanswered goals last night, and a come-from-behind win over Ellsworth. They pick up right where they left off, and Gavin Carr got things started early. His first goal of 3 in the first half, coming right here. Kevin, we've seen this a lot. Just talk about how he finishes here.
Right there. That's a sign of maturity when you can be under pressure, a goalkeeper coming after you, a defender behind you, just a quick toe poke with your right foot. And that seems to be the theme because they were looking for him all night. And then that ball over the defender's head with that quick right foot, with that touch, to control it with the knee, and then draws the penalty,
which brought us this. But we're still on top. 1-0. This was about a minute and a half after the first goal by Carr.
head down, side of the foot, picks a spot and goes for it. Beautiful goal.
Nothing but the back of the net. Carr here.
Yes. That would have been a situation earlier where he used that right foot to toe poke it by. That would have been a great spot for that, but the keeper did a great job of coming out. And then right there elevating to be jumping forward and then still get power on a back header was a very, very good play for a third of his 3 goals so far.
And now this is Andrew Hodgins.
Whew. Probably the prettiest of all 4. That was a beautiful goal.
And then late in the first half, about a minute and a half left, the Hawks get on the board.
Watch this play. Really puts it bottom of his foot, back heels it to himself, and then buries it with his left. It's a really, really smart play.
And that would be our score. And here at the half, Brewer 4 and Hermon 1. We'll take another break. Back with more of the halftime reports. This is high school soccer on Ticket TV. Welcome back to Doyle Field. Great to have you with us here on this chilly October night. Just a few days away from Halloween, which will be happening on Saturday. We're going to get to our upcoming broadcast schedule here momentarily, but first let's take a closer look at these 2 schools. Hermon High School, located in Hermon, Maine. The enrollment at Hermon High School, approximately 500 students. The principal there is Brian Walsh and athletic director Rick Sinclair. Thanks to Rick for his help in getting us information for tonight's broadcast. And, of course, Brewer High School right here in Brewer, Maine. Enrollment right around 670 students. Brent Slowakowski, the principal, and Dave Utterback, the athletic director. And once again, thanks to Dave for his help with this broadcast and getting it off the ground. And here's a look at our upcoming broadcast schedule. 2 more dates, 4 more games. On Saturday, Halloween morn will be at the Brewer Community School Project. Whoops, we got a misspelling there. Typo. It happens. I've seen it with the big boys as well. But on Saturday, Halloween will be at the Brewer Community School Complex. Boys action, John Baps and Brewer at 11 a.m. The girls right after that. And then on Monday, we'll be back here at Doyle Field for a matchup between the Rams of Bangor and the Witches of Brewer, as they will kick off at 4 p.m. and the boys will take over after that. All right, we'll take a quick time out here. Back with second half action. This is Ticket TV. Back at Doyle Field, Jim Churchill along with Kevin Hamill, Jay Baines, Nathaniel Bailey. All right, we are underway here in the second half. Hermon with the late goal to make it 4-1. Which is looking for another win here in the abbreviated 2020 season. It would be number 5. A couple players go down there, and the call is going to go against Colby Smith of Brewer. Michael Sneyer, number 9, gets it back to a teammate.
Yeah, in order for Hermon to get back into it, Michael Sneyer is really going to need to be a little more unselfish here and start taking. Oh, I'm sorry, a little more selfish and start taking the pressure to Brewer.
Throw in here for the Hawks. Gavin Coombs doing the honors. Coombs loses it to Carr.
I'm watching a lot of these throw-ins. It's just me, Jay. The hands aren't going back quite as bit as far as I'd like to see. There've been quite a few of those plays.
I've had that issue this year. I think I've had more improper throws just because they're kind of just letting it set on their forehead and go in instead of bringing it behind the head. It has to go behind the head, or at least over the head. At least make an attempt.
Well, there's been a couple of iffy ones so far. I'm surprised the officials haven't said anything at this point, but
I've seen a lot more quick throws, short throws as well.
Yep.
Kind of just want a set piece, almost, or something similar to that.
Nice, we have a resident official on hand. Our own Sterator we can go to for the lowdown and the skinny on everything.
Jay Sterator Baines.
Try to be better than Mike Carey that first year before they got Sterator.
Oh, I remember that. Wasn't he wrong on every call?
Yeah,
he struggled.
It seemed like
he struggled.
His reasoning was okay, but it just didn't go his way.
I'll tell you what, I appreciate the space heaters up here than the wind and the cold that I dealt with last night up at Old Town. That's for sure.
Yeah, we did feel it here probably more than tonight just because of that wind.
It was just enough.
Yep. And that looked to be a proper throw-in. Again, the keeper for the Hawks, Xavier Jelks. Alex Hodgins still out there for Brewer. Last night for the Witches, it was Aaron Garcia in goal for the Witches.
Younger brother Andrew Hodgins was probably the nicest goal of the evening so far.
That was pretty.
It really was. Great break up there for Hermon. I don't see number 1 on here. Looks like, was that number 1? Oh, no.
Number 19.
19. I couldn't see the other side of it there. It's Cooper Jensen. High pressure there from Carr. Just a little bit over aggressive. He got called for the shoulder. But that's what you want to see out of your front runner. And there's another ball. They're really targeting him still.
10 minutes roughly off in that first half.
Carr from a long line of soccer lineage. Grandfather Dennis Carr. coached at and taught at Mount Jefferson High School and Lee Academy. Father Chris played at Lee Academy.
Mm-hmm.
That was a beautiful ball. Beautiful
Wow.
ball behind the defense, and there's a nice save from Xavier.
Good effort there by Ben Lord, getting the shot off the junior, but
He's still down, too.
Jelks with the save. Lord slowly. Gavin Carr.
Put his head down and kept the ball low, but Xavier was up to the task.
Action. Hermon drives it into the offensive end. Seen a little more of that over the last 6 or 7 minutes of play in this game.
And number 9, Michael Snyder, starting to press forward. And now he's back in the mid. Okay.
Carr working the left side.
Won the corner.
And a whistle.
Number 5, Ben Lord's going off. Looks like he's limping a little bit.
Your next home, called Tim Bush at Next Home Experience today. 951-0747 is the number for Tim. Now we use that heater. Jay, were you at Hamden for that Class D football championship?
Yeah, the LTC title game, yes.
That's right.
Us with that tent.
We had the canopy. We had sandbags. We had this heater, which was very popular that night.
Yes.
I mean, it was kind of fighting a losing battle, but we would take turns standing next to it.
I remember Jeffy Big Bets coming in
We're
trying
gonna
to
have a
steal it the whole time.
All right.
We're going to have a penalty kick here.
Penalty kick coming for the Witches.
Looks like he got his feet tripped up, and the call came from the far side of the field, and it was in the box. Referees are discussing it now. Oh, it's going to be a penalty.
Who's going to take it? Pablo?
He was the player that got tripped up, so
Yep.
I guess they're going to reward him with it.
Garcia against Jelks. Who's going to win the battle? And it's going to be Pablo Garcia, his second goal in 2 nights. And that will up the Brewer lead or get it back to 4. First goal here in the second half comes at the 32:50 mark. 2.
Nice, cool, calm from the sophomore. Put it with his left, the right foot. Put it in the left corner, low corner. Jelks really didn't have a chance at that one.
So 5-1 Witches now.
Brewer still pressing right now with their offensive players. And they win the turnover. Carr again with the ball inside the box.
Yeah, he's quick and very strong. Uses the body well, and Garcia. Couple of bounces into Jelks, who makes the save.
Nice defensive player played by Ryan Austin of Hermon to stop that ball. That was hit pretty hard by Carr with his right foot. Well, that was a nice play right there. The Brewer tried to put the ball in the flat, and number 17 for Hermon, Josh Sullivan, thought he couldn't get the ball and played the man instead of the ball and did a really nice job of cutting off that angle to stop the attack.
And another player down for Brewer. It is Pablo Garcia. We'll bring in our resident official here again. So, Jay, obviously one of the rules implemented this year, I think it was tied to slide tackling with respect to some of the
Yeah,
COVID.
so basically they've outruled slide tackling if it is basically within a playing distance of a player. You can slide to save a ball, but they do not want you slide tackling per se. The So, and that would be an indirect kick. I had a game earlier this year where I had probably one of the best slide tackles I've ever seen. Took the player right off the ball on a great attack. Unfortunately, that's an indirect kick, and it was about 10 yards outside the area, so it's not a penalty kick. So now you have a team setting up basically 10 yards away from that ball, basically on the goal line, and they have to be 3 feet apart with the wall as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically a Swiss cheese wall. They just had one tap, they put it on goal, and they scored.
So it's the equivalent of like an improper challenge. Basically.
Exactly, or a dangerous play, yep.
Okay.
But it would be an indirect kick.
Right.
Closing in on the 30-minute mark here in the second half. Brewer 5. Hermon 1.
Do we know who the officials are for tonight's game? We do. Okay, we got a nod here. We're just
You're on, Jay.
get you in a second.
Yeah, on the near side we have Addie Hughes, first-year official. She graduated from Hamden last year. She does a lot of club stuff. She actually travels a lot and doing a lot of club soccer.
Wow.
So that's her first year. She's taking a gap year this year. She's going down to Massachusetts to play Division III soccer. Great goalkeeper. Then Mark Hunhammer is on the far side, veteran official.
That's Mark. I didn't recognize, of course, with the mask on.
Yep.
Mark and I played in club soccer back in the day, about 1,000 years ago.
Aaron Garcia out there. Again, he was the keeper last night for Brewer in their 4-2 win over the Eagles of Ellsworth.
I will also say it's Addie's third game of the day as well.
Oh, wow.
Because this was originally scheduled for 7 o'clock. And she had a 3 and 4:30 over at John Bapp's earlier this afternoon.
Oh, wow.
So I'm just like, hey, heads up, this is a 6. I still think you can do all 3, but
I'd be on a stretcher by now. There's no way I could do 3 games.
she's young.
It's a good battle for Hermon right there. Put some pressure on them.
Yeah.
Getting the goalkeeper for Brewer involved finally.
Tonight's action brought to you by the Sea Dog. If you're looking for great food and great views, try the Sea Dog on the waterfront in downtown Bangor. Sea Dog is open for dine-in, curbside pickup, or delivery. Open 7 days a week at 26 Front Street in Bangor.
Oh, a deep ball right there. We're
Yeah.
gonna make a decision. That's a good ball. Tough one to handle. There's a rep right there.
Oh, up and over the crossbar, but
Patrick Verrill right there.
Hermon has picked up the pace at the offensive end, putting a little pressure on that Brewer defense, and their keeper, Alex Hodgins.
That was one of the harder strikes we've seen today. Just whistled over the top.
And then ESPN Radio takes over from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. And then it's time for The Drive from 4 to 6 p.m. That's on Maine Sports Leader, 92.9 The Ticket. And the high school athlete of the week. We'll get you the trio that was nominated this past week. You can do that on your ticket app as well. I'm going to use my ticket app right here.
The game's starting to open up here. A few more chances for each side. Oh, that's a great ball.
Garcia trying to get control there. Had trouble getting the shot off, and it's deflected across the goal line.
It was Braden Carr that put that ball across, and I think he was looking for a return pass right on top of the, right around the 12 spot.
And the high school athlete of the week brought to you by First National Bank. Dream first because you can. The nominees this week: Danielle Masterson from Hamden Academy, Emily Streams from Bangor High School, She had a hat trick in a soccer win over Nokomis, and Jordan Doak from Brewer High School, sophomore for the girls soccer team here at Brewer. Had a goal and an assist, but she was really nominated because she had a teammate who was injured, and she put that teammate on her back and helped her off the field. Again, use your ticket app. If you don't have that ticket app, be sure to get it. You can get it at 929theticket.com. You can also vote at 929theticket.com as well. And while you're there, sign up for the Ticket Stub Club newsletter. It is a great thing. You'll find it in your email inbox just about once a day.
I love the app. It's so easy, even for me to use.
Well, that's you're kind of our target audience there, Kevin. That's why we
electronically
simplify things for you. Of course, those of you who are watching this game are either watching it on your mobile phone, laptop, iPad, PC, TV. Get it all aligned. So you're right there at 929theticket.com probably, and can check all the boxes. We're also brought to you by Twin City Tire. They are your #1 locally owned snow tire dealer, located at 609 Wilson Street in Brewer, and you see their Twin City Tire Express location at 30 Sparks Avenue in Brewer. Stay tuned after the game for the post-game show. We'll have all the highlights for you. Look ahead to our final 2 dates on the fall broadcast schedule. A lot of underclassmen out there right now for Brewer. They got the sizable lead here, 5-1, about midway through the second half. Here's Kyle Goodrich getting it to his fellow junior there, Colby Smith. Actually, excuse me, Kyle is a senior.
Yep, got him right in the ankle, right there. At my first glance, I thought he actually was all ball, but the replay does not lie. Maybe that's why coaches hate me. I mean, I should just use replay the whole time.
That's right.
Or VAR, as we call it.
That's the reason?
Yeah.
Ball driven up into the evergreens to the right of the net, off to our left.
Patrick Verrill again. I like to see him continue to do that, but maybe put some a little more on net, maybe a little closer. But Hermon's got to call on somebody here to take charge and start putting some shots on net here.
Aaron Garcia.
Oh, 11's making a beautiful run right there.
Braden Carr.
Oh, just had a mistouch. Now he's 11. Is that younger brother to?
Yes.
It is. Okay.
Yes.
Gavin. Yep. High school soccer here on Ticket TV, brought to you by Penobscot Cleaning Services Incorporated, the only name you need to know for all of your professional cleaning and disaster restoration needs. 44 years of serving the people of Maine, saved right there by Xavier Jelks. Penobscot Cleaning Services, Again, locations in Brewer and Trenton. You can visit them at penobscotcleaning.com.
Approaching the mandatory break portion of the half.
Yep.
Well, that was a beautiful pullback and touch.
All right, time for a break here at Doyle Field. 20 minutes and 12 seconds left up on the clock here at Doyle. And we will take a timeout as well. The Brewer Witches on top in this one by a score of 5-1. You're tuned in to high school soccer on Ticket TV. We are back after the break. Jim Churchill, Kevin Hamill, and our high school sports crew here on Ticket TV, featuring Jay Baines and Nathaniel Bailey tonight. Brewer, 4 goals in half number 1. Hermon a late tally. And then Pablo Garcia on a penalty kick, picking up the Witches' 5th goal here in the second half.
He went off. Did he come back on? I don't see him.
Who are you talking about?
Garcia.
Oh!
There's a goal right there.
And this time it is Aaron Garcia.
The other Garcia. Beautiful head
Take a
ball.
look here. Goodrich placed it perfectly, and Garcia into the back of the net.
The Jelks got caught in no man's land right there. Nice finish.
That'll make it 6-1 Witches. That score coming at the 19-11 mark here in half number 2.
We're running out of room for goals.
I know. I thought I was going to have all kinds of room here, but we'll recap the scoring in this one here in just a second. So 10 goals for Brewer over the last couple of nights here under the lights at Doyle. And they're looking for more. That's Aaron Garcia again. Jelks, the goalie for Hermon, he's had a busy night. I mean, you certainly cannot blame him for all 6 of these goals.
No, he's going to be seeing Brewer attackers in his sleep tonight, I think.
Hermon on a brief attack there, but stymied by the Witches. Garcia number 7, Pablo Garcia number 6. Pablo currently on the Brewer bench. Oh, sorry, actually that's... No, I guess he is on the bench right now.
Braden Carr whistled for the shoulder. Owen Mishu on the ball for Hermon. Just loses possession in midfield. Here comes Brewer again.
Josh Sullivan, number 17, out there in white for Hermon, battling right here with Aaron Garcia, and a little push in the back. And Garcia, pat on the shoulder there for Sullivan.
Little gamesmanship.
Boop, right there.
Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Gilman Electrical Supply.
That's a tough ball.
Visit them at gilmanelectricalsupply.com. Ooh, notched that one.
Are they disallowing that goal? That was Brendan Saunders on a set piece. Knocked the ball in, and it looked like
there's a look.
Aaron Garcia just got a touch on it right there with his right foot. That toe was coming up just on the edge of where you might call it dangerous, but he kept it low enough to keep that ball nice and low, and beautiful touch.
All right, so at the 16:49 mark, Aaron Garcia has a couple goals here in the last 2.5 minutes, roughly.
And Jim Churchill's officially out of room on his paper, so we're
run out
going
of
to
ink
ask
here.
those teams to stop scoring now.
We can adapt. Start going sideways here.
Start doing shorthand.
So the last 3 goals have been scored by Garcia.
Coach Poland get a chance for his younger players to step up and start making an impression. But they're still moving the ball around really well. Yeah, this is that fitness I was talking about earlier. They're really spreading the field, and you can see the expression of the Hermon defenders and midfielders. They're really getting stretched.
High school soccer on Ticket TV brought to you by Greenway Equipment Sales. Nothing runs like a deer in Bangor and Ellsworth, and at greenwayequipment.com.
Nice play by Joshua Sullivan of Hermon to knock that ball out and stop the attack momentarily.
I'll have the highlights of all the goals coming up in the post-game show, but to recap, 3 minutes and 53 seconds in, Gavin Carr with his first goal of the night for Brewer to make it 1-0. Clear here by Hermon. Carr again on a penalty kick at the 34-37 mark of the first half to make it 2-0 Witches, and then it would be Carr again about 23 minutes later, notching the hat trick to make it 3-0 Brewer, and then Andrew Hodgins with a beautiful goal with 2:46 left to go in the first half to make it 4-0 Witches, and then just about a minute and a half left to go in half number 1. It was Alex Rios Mallet with a goal for Hermon to make it 4-1, and then here in the second half, goals by Pablo Garcia on a penalty kick and 2 for Aaron Garcia. And that's where we stand right now. Brewers 7, Hermon 1. The ball ends up in the hands of the goaltender, Xavier Jelks. High school soccer brought to you by Northeast Driving School. They are Greater Bangor's #1 driving school, located at 360 Harlow Street in Bangor. And you can register for courses today at northeastdrivingschool.com.
Cody Doak giving chase for Brewer. And there's that goalkeeper again, 99, coming up with another save. Cody with a chance to turn that ball, settle it, but Hermon's really keeping him off the penalty area, and there's a kind of a trickle shot there that Xavier Jelks has no problem with.
Cody. Hermon player going by. Cody with the outstretched arm, and nice sportsmanship there by the Hawk player. Didn't catch the number, but Gavin Carr's back into the game.
Yeah, he's back there playing defense, looks like.
Yep. Might be back there playing defense, but
Brewer
his mindset is still in attack mode.
It's hard to rewire your brain. Brewer looking for an offsides trap, though, but I think the referee made the right call. I'm not whistling that.
Yeah, that Hermon attacker was probably about a good 2 yards. You know,
yeah,
the second to last defender.
Yeah,
they tried it. 2 of them raised their hand trying to get the call, but to no avail.
I was never a fan of raising the hand. If the official's going to call it, I mean, you're not going to call it for
I'm
them.
usually quite vocal with them.
Yeah, let them
just
know.
like, no.
Yeah,
no.
you see your hand, put it down, play. Oh, that's a nice rip right there for 4. Ryan Shory.
And sometimes that communication just helps being a real person as opposed to a robot.
I couldn't agree more.
Yep.
Colby Smith back on defense as well.
Sam Mishu with trying to push some pressure, some life in there. They're going to get a throw-in out of it. I'm sorry, Owen Mishu, not Sam. Oh, that's a nice touch pass. Oh, a little give and go. They're going to have an opportunity.
Oh.
Looked like he
In
stopped
the
playing
middle
for a
of
second.
the crossbar, yeah.
Like
some players were frozen in time out there.
Well, I think one of the defenders raised his hand. The goalkeeper kind of stopped for a second. That ball smacked on the crossbar. Play to a whistle, gentlemen. Cody's having a chance right here, but
it's Cody Doak, senior for the Witches. Hermon gets back. Doak still controlling.
He's drawing quite a bit of attention from Hermon.
Somebody redirected our heater just a little bit too much.
I think that was your nephew.
I don't blame him. 10:50 left to go. We're looking good in this one, trying to secure that 5th win of the season under Ben Poland. Someone might need a little muffler work there.
We have one of our sponsors might be able to take care of them. Oh, there's
That's
a
right.
beautiful ball in the middle, and Cody Doak.
Oh, can't quite
Xavier
get there.
Jelks pops it, but boy, I thought for a second that Brady Saunders was going to try to lift one over the goalkeeper while he was out of his box. Nice foundation move.
So it gets the left-handed shot up. It didn't have much behind it. Jelks with a save. So you said a foundation move. Educate us.
Yeah, that's just pushing the ball to one side of a defender and then running around them to get the ball again. Usually have to do it when they're a little off balance so they can't recover.
Checking in for Brewer now is Ashton Reardon. He's a junior. And Brady Saunders going to check out.
Brewer keeping the pressure up offensively, and Hermon up to the task at that point. Nice save for Xavier again. He may have the most touches of this Hermon side. He really has been busy today.
Also into the game for Brewer, number 8, Kyle Hoare. 5 freshmen listed on their roster. Grady Van Enestein, Kyle Hoare, Braden Carr, who's seen a fair amount of action here tonight, Christian Wood, and Josh Schneider. We've seen him as well. Here for Coach Poland to A, get a lot of different faces out there, and B, put some of his more predominant players in different positions, as we've seen here.
And the other side of things too, when a team gets down by multiple goals, it's easy to start hanging your head and maybe start doing the cheap stuff, kicking from behind, getting a little chippy. I don't see any of that from Hermon. They're playing really, really tough. They're still playing physical, but that's what you want to see out of your players. Especially, not every game's going to go your way. They certainly are
One
fighting.
card to another, which is on the move. Brendan Saunders, number 16, and the player down across the way.
So Alexander Carroll lost his footing before he got a chance to cross that.
Long shot in on Jelks. Knocks it down, picks it up. The action here tonight's under the lights at Doyle Field, brought to you by Dean's Detailing. Give your car a fresh start inside and out. Call Dean's at 945-3016 or book your appointment at deansdetailing.com.
Boy, Brewer did a really nice job of working the ball at the back, one pass at a time, a few players in support, and before you know it, they have an offensive threat just as they're crossing into the middle third. That was a beautiful layoff, just a little bit heavy on the touch.
Colby Smith for Brewer. Glancing off a Hermon Hawk. Let's take a look at our upcoming schedule here on Ticket TV. Oh, excuse me. Let's take a look at the Brewer Witches schedule. Again, Saturday. Well, this is basically our broadcast schedule as well. But on Saturday, doubleheader from the Brewer Community School. John Babst and Brewer. Boys first at 11 a.m. Girls to follow. And then on Monday, Bangor. We've been looking at that game for a long time.
I think it's been postponed at least twice.
I was going to say.
Bangor still had 4 to play after last night.
Wow.
I think they played again today.
So that's Monday, November 2nd. And there's a left-footed boot, and yeah, probably would have been a field goal. Arms went up from Brendan Saunders. Again, 8 seniors for the Witches. Alex Hodgins, Aaron Garcia, Alex Carroll, Kyle Goodrich, Hunter Russell, Brendan Saunders, Cody Doak, and Gavin Carr. Goodrich. And some solid talent returning next year for Brewer. Andrew Hodgins, who had the pretty goal early in the game. Colby Smith. Garcia's. Brady Saunders back. Kilpatrick.
Hermon had some opportunities early in this half and just wasn't able to put anything together, and now they've been back on their heels for pretty much the entire second half now.
Christian Wood, a freshman in the game for the Witches. Battle in the far corner off to our right. Player down for Brewer. Game rolls on. Hermon gets turned away there. About 3.5 minutes left to go. Still enjoying my coffee, but it is now iced coffee.
Wonder if they're going to give a chance to senior Cody Doak to take a shot on net here. We didn't catch the celebration, but he seemed pretty excited about that. Well, he made it over the goal.
Yeah.
Would have been good from about 50. Ryan Shorey for Hermon has had about 6 nutmegs so far that I counted in this game. Owen Mishu knocking that ball into touch, and Brewer's going to have a throw-in on the near side.
What did you just say? Nutmegs?
You putting the ball between the defender's legs.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
AKA 5-hole.
The 5-hole, yep. Of course, they cut it down from nutmeg to just the meg. That's usually what they call it.
In baseball, it's between the wickets.
Or Bucknering it.
All right.
Thanks,
Kevin.
Was that what it was?
Thanks, Kevin.
Don't worry, that hurt me too.
Ancient history.
Guy had 3,000 hits and was a surefire Hall of Famer, and that's all we talk about now.
Well, we talk about it less after 4 world championships.
True.
Fortunately, it's not the biggest World Series blunder after what we saw Kevin Cash do last night.
Oh,
Really?
that's
I don't know.
not that bad.
Well, no, I'm
did
just
what
saying
he always
at least what we're talking about.
I had that argument with the boys on the drive this afternoon. They got me all wound up.
Yeah.
I was not a fan, to say the least.
I can see why it's easy to second
Nobody
guess.
has had more success with less than Kevin Cash and that organization.
Yep.
He did what he had done many times. He went with the numbers and didn't work.
Nope.
Didn't work.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
But the real reason they lost, they only scored 1 run. That's
Yeah, can't put that on the manager.
One minute left. Brewer is going to pick up win number 5. Play carries on here with 40 seconds left.
So trying to get all the players involved, but we're going to finish this game up strong, I think. Always nice to see a well-officiated game and nothing really get out of hand on the field.
I think when we're packing up here, when we're breaking down, take our time because kind of the field manager here, or the overseer of the complex tonight, the event manager, Bill Pushard. It's a card night for him, he said, and so I think we're gonna
take our
We're
time.
gonna play a little stall ball here.
Old school John Baptist basketball.
All right, the buzzer sounds, and that is going to do it for this one here at Doyle Field. The Brewer Witches carry the play, and they carry it to their 5th win of the season. They defeat the Hermon Hawks by a final of 7-1. Keep it right here. We got the postgame show coming up next. This is high school soccer on Ticket TV. Back at Doyle Field, Jim Churchill along with Kevin Hamill and our crew of Jay Baines and Nathaniel Bailey. Thanks for being with us here tonight. Let's take a look at some of the action here at Doyle Field, which is with the 7-1 victory. Strong first half for the senior Gavin Carr. And Kevin, you like the looks of this one.
Boom! I love that little toe poke. That's a thing of beauty.
And then penalty kick coming up here for Carr. Xavier Jelks, the keeper for Hermon.
Picks his spot, keeps his head down, puts that right in the right corner. This was the theme, putting that ball forward, and this would have been a great chance for that little toe poke right to the right around the goalkeeper.
Boom.
Just kind of a missed touch. Jelks did a great job of coming out, and this is that play that was really difficult. He's jumping forward, snaps his head back, and was able to get that ball over the last defender. That's a really nice play.
And this is a beautiful goal here.
Oh, this is a beauty. I love this touch.
Andrew Hodgins,
Oof.
top left there to make it 4-0 Brewer. Late in the first half, Hermon looking to break the ice here. And they will get on the board. This is Alex Rios Mallet spinning, using the left foot to make it 4-1 Witches. And that would be all the scoring in the first half. And then here in half number 2, this is Pablo Garcia. Penalty kick. Jelks get a piece there, but 5-1 Witches.
With that much pace, that's a tough one to stop. And there's a beautiful header
Great
back
assist
across the body
by Goodrich. That made it 6-1. Aaron Garcia with the goal there. Aaron Garcia was not done.
This is the nice touch ball right here. I think he uses his left foot. No, it's his right. Just gets it around the goalkeeper.
And that's goal number 7 for Brewer, and they win this one 7-1, which is now 5-1-2 on the season. So a solid campaign. Just want to remind you, coming up weekdays, each and every week on Maine Sports Leader, 92.9 The Ticket. This is the lineup, the morning line, sometimes featuring Kevin Hamill, at least a couple days a week, right?
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
I'll be there tomorrow
There you
morning.
go. If you can't get enough of Kevin Hamill, you can tack on a little more tomorrow morning from 6 to 8 a.m., and then ESPN Radio takes over from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m., and then we cap the weekday hours with the drive from 4 to 6 p.m. And now we'll take a look at our upcoming broadcast schedule. We got 2 dates left on our fall schedule of our high school sports live streams. Doubleheader Saturday, John Babst at Brewer. Those games are going to be played at the Brewer Community School. Boys get things going at 11 a.m. Girls follow that. And then on Monday, the girls will lead things off. Brewer and Bangor right here at Doyle Field. Girls game at 4 p.m. All right, want to thank the crew here tonight. Jay Baines for directing the show and for playing the role of Gene Sterator, providing us with some expertise from the officiating angle. And, of course, our devoted cameraman, Nathaniel Bailey, who weathered the cold out there. He's been bolting into the press box to suck up a little bit of this heat periodically, but great job by Nathaniel. And you know what? When you see those highlights, and you can see very clearly the great job that Nathaniel did, right?
Sure.
And, of course, my broadcast partner here tonight, Kevin Hamill, thanks to you.
Great to be here. Thank you for having me here, Jim.
Jim Churchill saying so long from Doyle Field. The final here tonight, Brewers 7 and Hermon 1. Join us Saturday morning for more high school sports on Ticket TV.